Sup? It's the Gaming Pulse here. Jake, Tyler, and we have our special guest, one of our friends, Luke Burrell.
I'm back, bitches.
Oh. And today, we're going to talk about the Xbox One and its weird policies that they've been having.
The Xbox 180.
Microsoft can't make up their minds. They're schizophrenic.
Yes. It's, what is it, just about every major thing that they've used for the Xbox One that was a huge selling point at first, they've taken back, really. Yeah. Always Online's gone. Now all you have to do is just have one update as soon as you turn the thing on. There's no restrictions on used games. Indie games, there's no restrictions on indie games. You get a headset now when you get the thing. You weren't supposed to get one. And also, you don't even get a Kinect with it anymore. The Kinect does not need to be there.
You do get to Kinect.
In the bundle,
but you don't need to connect for the Xbox One to function like they were saying. They were saying it.
So the voice commands you don't need to connect for?
Well,
no.
Do.
They said if the game requires something, basically if you're not using the Kinect, you don't get the Kinect features. Basically, you get an upgraded Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Keith, what's your thoughts on all the reversals in Xbox One now as opposed to when it was first revealed?
I have mixed feelings on this because even though I like a lot of the policy changes that they've made, I almost don't like the fact that they're taking back so many of these policies. Like, Always Online. I was actually kind of excited for that. I was like, oh, this could be cool. This opens up so many cool doors for things to happen. You know, don't have to sit through a loading screen for an update or anything like that. It makes everything so much easier. And then, I'm glad they changed used games, but it seems like, why couldn't they have just done all the stuff at first? And the most recent thing, which was the whole thing about the headset and the Kinect, since now you don't need the Kinect, it almost feels like you're paying an extra $100 for something that you might not even use.
For no reason.
It was kind of like how it's basically the same thing as when people bought a PS3 last generation. You paid an extra $100 for the Blu-ray, but there weren't many Blu-ray movies out, so you couldn't use it.
Well, the $100, the extra $100 was the Blu-ray was a new technology.
So was the sound.
Yeah,
that cost them. I read that Sony spent $3.5 billion on research and development of the cell process, and then no one else used it in the technology world besides them. And the PlayStation 3 wasn't profitable until 2 years ago. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Side note.
Ended.
So, I feel like the Xbox One, just as a thing, is slowly going down because if they're so willing to change all this stuff, 2, 3, 4 months before it's supposed to come out, who knows what else is going to get changed. So it's just bringing my excitement for this console, at least like, oh, I want to get this at launch. It brings that excitement down a lot for me.
Alright, I don't know, I kind of have mixed feelings about it as well. Like, the Always Online, I know they're kind of making it like the PlayStation Network, where, the online, you actually get you can be in parties and stuff like that for a free thing. You're not paying, the Xbox Live Gold membership. And they're going to make Gold like PlayStation Plus. You're going to get all this free stuff. Like, PlayStation Plus members get a whole ton of free games.
It's full out as much as PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of... But it seems to me that... Because, I think we can all agree, Sony blew Microsoft away at E3 in their press conference.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely blew them away. So it seems like Microsoft is backpedaling here. Because they saw how, I'm going to get a PS4 before I get an Xbox. Come on, I know that myself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I kind of wish the systems were backwards compatible. Just because I really want to get Kingdom Hearts 1.5. And still be able to play my... Well, yeah. But I have all the other Kingdom Hearts games. I kind of want to keep it.
I got you. Just buy it to collect it.
Yeah, yeah. But, in terms of, the Always Online, that change did kind of make sense to do. Because, a lot of people really don't have great internet. Buddy of mine, we were trying to play we were trying to get on Mass Effect last night and use multiplayer, and he just, I don't know, just bad connections. Kinect, I barely use the Kinect I have now. I think I really only used it for voice commands, playing Mass Effect 3 and telling it to quick save in Skyrim. Because, honestly, how many times have you forgotten to save in Skyrim?
Oh god.
And it just saved a whole lot of stress and headaches. The headset definitely should have been in there since day one.
Yeah.
Definitely should have been in there since day one.
Oh yeah.
Most of these games that have like Xbox Live capability, I'm on there to play with at least friends. Some randoms I've discovered are pretty cool. Most are not. Most are like Drew.
Well, most people with a 360 get Xbox Live.
Yeah.
And so they talk to people. I don't know why the fuck they would not include a headset. That's what something Sony did wrong with the PlayStation 3. They didn't include a headset with it. I just feel, Sony had this really great conference, and everybody's, on Sony's side. Not that Microsoft's were bad, it was just Sony's was just like, oh my god, this is so
Well, it's
amazing.
a complete turnaround from the E3 before.
Yeah,
where
and
Microsoft just destroyed Sony.
And I feel that Microsoft's just trying to, copy Sony in ways because they see how much everybody loves Sony and they don't want to lose money. And that's how I feel. I feel that they're not sticking to their guns. Like he said, the always online thing. He was saying,
hit or miss with that.
Yeah, exactly. You put it good. It could be a hit and miss. Like Luke was saying, if you don't have good internet, well, you're fucked. Sometimes, my internet is good, but a lot of times I get kicked from parties and stuff. So basically, my Xbox One would become a plastic brick, just sitting there with, I couldn't use it. But, at the same time, it could be really cool because of all the cloud features. At least
they're bringing all your stuff, like all your achievements, all your games, all your gamer score history. They're putting that on the cloud, so you don't lose it.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're keeping the cloud stuff, which I don't see them taking that away. But the headset should have been there from day one.
Yeah. Like
we were saying.
when you got your 360, did it come with a headset?
Yes.
Like when I bought my 360, it came with a headset. Now, granted, it was a crappy piece of shit headset, but it was still a headset that I didn't have to buy.
Exactly.
Then I went and got my Turtle Beaches.
The indie stuff, I don't really care about indie games. But
I played some indie games. Some of them are pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, some people really enjoy them, so that's cool that they're allowing self-publishing.
Yeah.
Once again, being Sony. Basically, and without Kinect, there's nothing to distinguish the Xbox One from the PlayStation 4. It's basically the Xbox One is an upgraded Xbox 360.
Better processor.
And slightly, not as powerful as the PlayStation 4. It's pretty fucking stupid if you ask me. I wish they would have stick to some of their policies. The only policy that I really, really love that they got rid of is the used game stuff.
They were gonna screw themselves if they kept
basically, they're digital is the way of the future. Everybody knows that, but they didn't show any incentive on why you should buy your games digitally. What they should have done is, I don't know, fucking.
Well, I mean, like, for gamers like us who really don't have a ton of money to spend on buying new games constantly, the way we afford new games is selling our old games.
Exactly.
And that policy would have completely removed that. All these game stores, because they get a lot of their revenue from used games. So that would have just screwed everybody, essentially.
But, nobody likes GameStop. But,
well, yeah, I always go to JP.
But what they should have done is, just for example, Titanfall comes out, and, if you go to a game store, it's your usual $59.99, but if you bought it for the Xbox One Marketplace, and, digitally, it's $10 cheaper or something. They said no incentive, they didn't show people, hey, if you buy games digital, you won't care about used games anymore, buying physical disc. Or this family share feature, that was really awesome, but now that's gone. And nobody fucking knew about it until they got rid of the fucking shit.
I didn't even know about it until now.
They didn't advertise it at all, as much as they should have. It's just, I don't know. I had, like Keith and Luke, I had mixed feelings about some of these. You know, the headset used games is kind of cool, but you know, used games they could have done a lot more.
Did they change their policy with Netflix? Like, you're gonna have to pay an extra $40 to keep Netflix on your Xbox One.
They didn't change that.
Which is gay, because you already pay what, $8 a month for Netflix as it is.
So
If you're paying $40 to keep it on there, hopefully it's a one-time thing. Cause I ain't paying $48 a month to keep Netflix.
that'd be terrible. Jeez.
I'll keep my 360 and do Netflix that way.
Yeah. So
Microsoft is just I don't know what they're doing.
I feel like they should just go back and not even put the Xbox One out, just redesign their whole console.
Take some time.
What they're doing. So
I have a feeling we're going to see some more something not quite Red Ring of Death, but some sort of issue. Because I mean, it could happen with either system.
They said that the Xbox One can read if it's overheating, so that won't be a problem.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be that same issue, but some other sort of technical issue because they're pushing this so soon. Like, I honestly think they should have waited another year or two
Hear that
before
click,
putting
click?
another
That's my
console out.
empty guns, folks.
Yeah.
All companies in
they're-
general.
It feels like they're done.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
So PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Keith.
PS4.
I'm going to get both, but I'm going to get the PS4 first.
I agree. Yep. Thanks for watching. If you did.